A number of countries have instituted travel bans in response to the emergence of the Omicron variant. The intent is laudable, to safeguard residents by reducing spread of a concerning virus while giving scientists more time to learn about it. But execution matters, and all policies are vulnerable to unintended consequences. In the case of travel bans, they could discourage nations and groups from sharing crucial information about new variants. To prevent these harms and encourage scientific transparency, leaders can use insights from behavioral. First, leaders should consider how they frame issues that drive policy approaches. As a behavioral principle, framing describes how people tend to make decisions using the framework within which choices are presented. The phenomenon has been observed in many different situations, and as I have noted previously, can apply to COVID-19 policy. The insight is not just that framing matters, but that it can drive policy decisions and consequences. In the case of Omicron, travel bans were immediately placed on South Africa after its scientists first reported the variant. Those bans have largely remained in place, and are only now starting to be relaxed despite the fact that Omicron has been documented in multiple countries. From a behavioral perspective, this situation belies a policy approach organized around a given framing, that Omicron originated from Africa and spread to other regions should be contained, over others, that Omicron already existed in multiple regions prior to first documentation in South Africa. A problematic knock-on effect of the former, travel bans applied to a set of African countries but not those on other continents. Second, leaders should carefully account for long-term incentives created by travel ban policies. However obvious, some of the most foundational lessons about human behavior are that people respond to incentives, and misaligned incentives can prompt misaligned behaviors. Unfortunately, I have observed these dynamics far too often in my health policy and systems work, where well-intended policies can create harm by failing to fully consider downstream incentives. In the context of COVID-19, travel bans can have severe economic, social and health effects on target regions, consequences that may disproportionately affect low to middle-income countries and historically marginalized communities.